A pleasure to meet y'all at last, and welcome back to Gaming with KaijuForceNeo Facecam Specials Insurgence. I'm currently playing Steep right now. It has been a while since I last played Steep, but I'm gonna see how well I'm able to do at this game. I've already gotten a lot done here, on this title alone. So it probably could be about time that I might have to restart this game itself, but there are still a few things out there that I might just have to complete before considering this game completely finished. But for right now, I'm just gonna see how well I'm able to last here. Probably a little something I should add on those, because you're seeing this shirt worn in plenty of my more recent episodes. Well, that's simply because I've been spending at least an hour and a half here recording more and more episodes for Facecam Specials Insurgence. At least 90 minutes I've been spending here doing that alone. I've been able to get more than 6 episodes done, so of course there's probably not going to be that big of a time where change is going to be imminent, but I will stick around here for a little while longer. I might need to take a break to rest my voice box down a bit, or my larynx even, but again, I'm pretty much just having myself some good time here. That'd be all. But here on this game, I mean, this is a pretty good game here. When you compare it to some other games out there that utilize the sports of things like snowboarding and skiing, this does have some more variety in terms of sports that you can use here based on mountains and snow. There's sleds, there's wingsuits, there's base jumping, parasailing, and of course there's the rocket suit. But of course with the wingsuit and rocket suit, I just tend to not really take in the fact that a single hit equals a KO. It probably would make sense though, because of how, of course, when you hit something at high speeds, of course you'd be done for. It would be a knockout and a death at best. But you know what? This doesn't really stop me from enjoying such a good sport like this. It probably does exist, but a rocket wings of some sort, it's just not really something I tend to see as often as a regular wingsuit. So, I mean, just the fact that I'm taking in the info that tells me how even the slightest impact with the use of a wingsuit of any type would equal a KO. It's something I can't really process in that well. I guess the next time I land on some really soft snow at a really slow speed, that would also equal a KO. Now, I could not really seem to tell anyone who would survive just a regular impact with a wingsuit, but it's not something I would take in for granted. So I'm going to follow this power line here to see where I can go to. I'm probably going to find the highest point in the mountain ranges here to see how far I'm able to go with just the use of a snowboard or a set of skis. Now, I have indeed bought every single sport that I can get here on Steep, but okay, there's that little numbness in my throat again, because I've been speaking too much. Of course, many of the episodes that you've been seeing within this last week or so, they have been recorded all today, here on July 30th. But, of course, many of these episodes are not actually being released on July 30th. They're being released after that time. Go figure. So, this is just going to be a good time here that I'm going to spend here. I'm sure it's getting a lot of episodes in, but, yeah, right there, I was really close to hitting something while using the rocket wingsuit. See how high I'm able to get here. Looks like I could be reaching the highest point in the mountain range very soon. And I just saw a base jump platform to the left of me. There's plenty of spots that I could go. But I'm mainly going for the one that's in the highest point of altitude, because I do want to enjoy maximizing the amount of fun I can put into it. Okay. So I feel like I'm getting a little more than just an intuitive sense in me, but this is a time where it's not gonna be as mind-blowing. Because just simply flying along in the rocket wingsuit is probably... it might get a little boring after like 10 minutes or so of just simply flying around the mountain range while holding down the boost button. So, but it looks like I'm nearing the top here of this mountain, so perhaps I'll just simply stop right around here. I'm almost there. And just like that, I'm good to go. Oh, okay, it looks like I was a little lower than where I needed to be. But I'm probably just going to deal with it. I feel like that's just going to be a time where I can simply say, hey, it's good enough for me, so why on earth would I want to keep going? That just tends to raise a bit more questions than I usually get, but at this time I can consider that a little something I might need to keep behind at me for now. But it looks like I've reached the peak of this particular mountain range, which separates the two sides together. Yeah, you probably see the triangle shape right here. This is the spot where I'm at, in the center, right there in the top. It's what you're seeing at the moment. So, I'm going to go ahead and find a good spot to start at, and then just switch to the snowboard or the skis. Oh, okay. So it's giving me a tip on back to riding forward with the skis. Because I did select the skis after all. So, here we go. I'm going up from the top of Mont Blanc, as it's called. I'm going to see how far I can go with the skis. I could switch back to snowboard though. So, it's just a bit of intuition that I have here. Because with a variety of different sports to have here in a game like this, released in 2016, just like Doom, as in the new Doom, I'm not talking about the original. The new Doom was also released in 2016, just like this. So, I've got a pretty good mix of games from 2015 to 2018. Not that many from 2019 though. Simply because of the fact that, well, many of the new 2019 games aren't really released yet. And those that are about to be released, well, currently they are up for pre-order, but we're not really going for that kind of range with pre-ordering. And I'm mostly talking about me and my sibling Lou, whom you know pretty well. I mean, of course, why wouldn't you? So, I simply look around here, because I'm not even close to hitting a sign that's going to tell me that I'm going to be at the bottom soon. Alright, so what I can tell is that I'm just literally going in play here. Okay, it looks like it's going to narrow down a bit. So I'm probably going to have to use some accuracy to my advantage, just so I don't end up hitting the sides of the walls. Oh crap. Okay, that worked pretty well. So there's probably a time where the controls seem to be a little more sensitive, simply because of how it somehow feels like it's going to veer me off to the right or the left, even by accident. So, here we go. Oh no! Oh! That one could have hurt. Well, it looks like I'm good to go, though. So here we go. Once again. Okay. Now I'm riding backwards again. I might need to go back forward to achieve some more velocity, and so I don't have as much drag. There we go. Back to riding forward. Get some more tricks in hand, and I'm back to backwards. Oh no. That is so not good. Oh my gosh. Well, you know what? It's still going to be a great time here.
Not good, not good, not good.
So I'm going to go back to the snowboard. There we go. This way I don't have to worry about flying backwards. So I'm back at this area here where I can get a ton of tricks put into play. Oh, okay. I feel like that one simple move here could cause me to end up in another accident. Kind of like what happened back there when the pathway started to narrow down, and then eventually, while I was using the skis, I ended up getting into an accident. But of which I easily made a recovery from. Right here, so right here I'm using the snowboard. So I do tend to have some more control with this compared to the skis. Just had to pause at the moment because there's probably going to be a few other things out there that I might need to get. So I'm turning down the music because it's not going to work that well. Music tends to be a bit of a distraction. Oh gosh. It started me back to where I was up there. Okay. Because I had no idea why it would do something like that. But you know, maybe it's not the same as it was. So, alright. So I'm going to keep going cycling forward here. Oh, looks like I got another amount of XP for traveling 5,000 kilometers. Not miles, like what most Americans would use. So... oh my. So it looks like I'm just entering out some more flat areas, and that's just going to allow me to drop some speed. Well, it does look like I'm maintaining velocity levels pretty well with the use of the snowboard. Probably because of how well it can be waxed. I mean, there's probably not an instance where I can see the board being waxed. But okay, it looks like it's about to come to an end. Well, that one didn't work. I hit the ramp. Okay, here we go. Just gonna travel along on foot. Then maybe I'll just switch back to the rocket suit again. Because that one is so good. Alright, here we go. I'm gonna try to find another spot around here in the mountain range. And yeah,